Welcome Prince Institute, exercise number 339, Sir Kailash Chandra, a speed 160 words a minute, special for Parliament reporters skill test. Ready? Start. Then, sir, I come to the question of deficit financing. That is a question which worries us all. There have been indications that there is an upward trend in prices. We are concerned about it and we are quite aware of the dangers inherent in deficit financing if it is not kept under proper control. We have to see that we safeguard ourselves against all those consequences of which we are fully aware. In the interest of the poorer sections of the people, we have to be vigilant about all these things. Sir, no rigid figure can be given in advance with regard to what exactly is going to be the extent of deficit financing. Even the figure which is there in the plan flows from certain assumptions. For example, there will be a certain amount of increase in the production and the purchasing power which is going to follow into the hands of the people. As a result of all these development programs will be mopped up and so on and so forth. Sir, if those conditions are fulfilled, I am quite sure that deficit financing even at that level will be quite feasible. But if those conditions are not fulfilled, then deficit financing alone is not going to help matters, and in that case it will certainly hard. After all, sir, to switch over from the status of an underdeveloped country to that of a developed country is different process, and therefore we have to attend to all these things. The essential thing is to increase the production, especially the agricultural production, because without that other things cannot succeed and all our industrial program etc will cease to become real. If the very agricultural base is weak, other things cannot be fulfilled. Therefore, we are presently giving a great deal of thought to the question of agricultural production, and it will take me some time to explain why the targets were originally low and how we are trying to raise them and why this thing is happening overnight. In fact, it is not happening overnight because so many things had to be given further consideration. Then another thing which I would like to refer to at this stage is about regional disparity. There is a good deal of feeling about it, and I share that feeling myself, that there is great deal of inequality. Next para. I am quite sure that the actual result in terms of agricultural production are going to be somewhat higher than what we have thought of so far. Therefore, all these things will have to be done by the government fiscal and monetary measures, and also any apparatus that has to be set up for the purpose of controlling and curbing the inflationary tendencies. While that will have to be done, there is a duty on the people also. Development at this rate means necessarily that more money is going to be put in the hands of the people, but all that money should not be spent. If that money is completely spent, there cannot be any saving, and if there is no saving, there cannot be further investment, and there is no further investment, there cannot be further development, and without further development there won't be any additional income to be distributed. Therefore, restraints have to be there. These will have to be either voluntary or democracy will have to impose restraint on itself in a different way. We will have to carry the message to the people, not that they should tighten their belt, but let me have some restraint for the time being so far as increased consumption is concerned. Then there is the question of the antisocial elements. Here again, it is possible to educate public opinion to deal with them in social way. Apart from what the government can do about it, government may not be able to do very much, but people can do that. It is on these lines that we have to face these problems of the economic development of the country. Suggestions were made about resources, ways in which we can increase our resources. All these things are before us, the various ways to enhance our resources in a manner that other harmful consequences do not follow as a result of the pattern that we want to develop, that people do not suffer. That is, it should be a just pattern, as equitable pattern. There are various suggestions, but I do not want to go into them. Maybe in the form in which they were presented, we may not be able to follow them, but there may be other ways of things, the same results and they are going to be tried. Then there is this special important aspect of foreign exchange resources. Here too, the stress laid by honorable members on this aspect is very helpful. There is no doubt that in various ways non-essential imports will have to be cut down to a greater extent. Stop.